Hi everyone. So I wanted to make a series on why I wasn't really proud of what happened on Oregairu. I was showing these illustrations from Pocan 8. Pocan 8 is the one responsible for Oregairu's massive artwork. So, but then I blubbered about hachiman. So if you don't know hachiman in Oregairu or snafu or yahari ponshisa some shits. Okay, let's check his real name because I always forget. It's just Hachiman. Hikigaya, yeah, shit. I always forget. Okay. So, uh if you know, Hachiman is introvert and he doesn't want any effort on trying to be an extrovert because this is set in high school. Just though you know, if you're an adult, I know it's been 7 years. You're an adult right now if you have watched this series from season 1. Okay, so what is Hachiman's thinking of everything? So he's an introvert, so he doesn't want to take help from other people. So this is how Hachiman's take problems. So this is the one having the problem. This is how small it is. Don't mind the period and there. I'm just going to erase it. Okay, yeah, erase it. This. Okay. So this is the problem, and it's only person's age problem. But in Hachiman's quotation, yeah, I'm going to still put Hachiman even though it's hikgaya. So in his quotation, this is the problem. Yeah, it's not really that big, but this is the person. There are other people involved in each of his problem he's trying to solve in Oregairu. That what's make the story complex. This is the story, by the way, because in season 1 everyone has a problem, so they're trying to solve it. And in Hachi's problem solving, this there are a lot of people involved in the series. But in Yukino and Yuhigama's mind, the problem is this: only one person. It's only one person, right? It's only one person in Yui, and in Yukino's problem. Only one has a problem. The other person are not. No, but Hachiman considers other people in the problem. It's like Ace friend, this Ace friend, this is someone of her best friend, someone who's bullying her or something, friend two, okay, something like that. That's how Hachiman makes this problem somehow more gigantic in a way, because this is the reason why we love Oregairu in a lot of sense, because we don't love Oregairu because they just solve problems like from point A to point B. No, that's why Wataru Watanabe, is it correct? Wataru, it's Wataru. I just forget what's the name of. Where are you? Yeah, Wataru Watari. Wataru Watari. Sorry, Wataru. So it's not like that how Wataru does things. It's point A to point A version 2. Point 0 1. That's how he does it. Before you can even go to point B, there are versions of reversions of 2.0, 2.03, 0.04. That's a lot of things that they have to do. That's why Oregairu is a great novel and a great show. People like it not because it's just this how you solve the problem. Point A to point B, that's how you solve the problem. No, in Wataru, you're going to have to go the long way just to go to point B, even though there's a shortcut. Because what Hachiman's characters do is he does not really complicate it. He just really solve it from the roots, because the problem is not really the problem from getting help is hachiman knows that the problem was called upon because this is what people only see. Yeah, imagine this is a tree. I'm not really good at drawing, and the problem is this one. This is problem. Okay, so there's roots, right? But we are humans only see the physical side of things, and this is ignored. Okay, ignored, right? So this is ignored a lot in problems. This is what hachiman's point of view is. He only take a look at this because at the end of the day, the biggest problem is the root one. That's why the problem was so big that they wanted help from the start. So the roots are always the problem. That's why before you can even go to point B, Hachiman has a lot of progress to do before he can go to point B, because there's a lot of people involved in the problem. It could be friend, it could be best friend, or some bullies, or some background characters that you have to go through. And it's not really the end. There's also point C, right? So going to point C, and this point C, point A to point B is the progress, by the way. And point C is how you do the solution. Oh, sorry. It's the solution. Point C is the solution. And point D is the result. What Hachiman really wants is point D. And for him to think what is point D is what's the best possible, what's the best outcome. So that's how, oh my god, this is so bad. Okay, so he wants the best outcome. Okay, that's a result. He just want the best outcome, meaning the root problem has to be removed. These things has to be removed. We have to remove these things. Okay, removing this big problem. You have to dig to dirt. So that's why he's really a douche, an asshole on the series, because if he doesn't get dirty, the root of the problem will never be destroyed. And this is why we connect to hikigaya, because no matter what we do, the problem will always arise, and the problem is never solved. That's why Hachiman's solution skills is so high, and we really like how the solutions or the results come out, because Hachiman's solution is the best way to solve any kind of problem. Someone has to be a villain, someone has to look bad, because if nobody looks bad, no one looks bad equals solution is useless. That's the main point of his that's the main point of his character. If no one looks bad, the solution will always be useless, because the problem will always arise. That's why no matter what we do and what we think about it, this problem will always be a problem, and we can't have solutions on it. Okay, we can't have the solution of, hey, let's just half-ass this thing and hope for the best. No, just because he wants something out of all of this. He wants some end game of some sort, because everyone on the series just wants to end it, not just let it go continuously like an endless loop, because the problem they're trying to solve is not they're going to come back again like infinity. This is not infinite problem solving. This is just, you need to cut off that way so the problem stops, then there's no problem anymore. That's how hachiman tries to solve things in a short term. So he just wants everything to end early and the most efficient way possible, and always the result of that is hachiman or hikigaya is always at the receiving end. What does that mean? It means he's always the bad guy. That what it's mean. That was what's every time that he solves something, he's always the bad guy. He's not ever going to be the good guy in the story. Even though the series was so uh, off-putting because it was not really up-ended, they didn't just put a period on it. They tried to show the audience there's always the possibility. Achiman, in a sense, doesn't want to give problems anymore, and he knows that the problem will always arise. So he tries to cut it off himself. Hachiman always tries to cut it off himself, meaning his all the backfires goes to him. All the problems goes to him. He takes it all, and at the end of the day, he is the bad guy, but the problem was solved. Yeah, if you don't understand my drawing, that's okay. This I'm not using a what you call that, a magnetic pen of some sort. I'm using a mouse. It's really hard to use. Okay. By the way, if you like this series, I'm doing it through other animes too that I like. But if you want another one, just leave a comment down below. Okay, bye.